Doug Shumway, Suite One Media here, and we're going to talk about the agenda item details page. Just give you an overview on all that information that's contained in this one page for you. So when you enter your agenda item and provide the basic information and you hit save, it'll actually take you to the details page. This is where we capture all that other information, and this is where staff members really spend the most time because they're inputting all their information right here. So instead of inputting it into a Microsoft Word document, we ask them to input it here, and then we actually create those item reports or memo reports for them automatically, and then it's automatically built into the system, so it's easy to create the agenda, create the packet, and automate the entire process. So basically, what we have here at the top, we actually have a save function, so if you do make changes, to go ahead and be able to save it out right here. Reset approvals, this one's actually already initiated, so it's already in the review process. If you want to reset the approvals, and only staff members with a secured right to do this can do this function. So this is where you can actually reset it and maybe resend it through the approval process. Lock, this is where staff members can actually lock this agenda so changes can't happen to it. A lot of times it gets locked after the final approval happens on this particular item. History is the audit trail, so you can actually see the audit trail. And if you want to see a quick preview of this agenda and how it looks on the agenda, this is where you can actually do a preview, and it renders a complete agenda for you with the appropriate Word documents. Now, close. I actually close it out and go to the main agendas page. And the copy function, if I want to copy this particular item to another page or to another meeting, I just use the copy function. It creates a complete copy of it. The item name here, this is what appears on the agenda generally, unless we set the templates differently, but I would probably say 90% of the time, this is the information that will appear on the agenda. The short name is the bookmark name, so when the packet's created, it automatically bookmarks it, and we use that for the bookmarking name. The item ID automatically gets generated based on your numbering method. And then you can actually see some other information, whether it's in progress, whether it's what the current status is. A lot of times people have here first reading, second reading, that type of information. The cutoff date for this particular item and what meeting it's associated with, the date and time of the meeting. Now, the main piece of information we have is down the bottom here. This is where we actually have all the tabs where you can actually walk through like a wizard to enter all the information. The first thing we have is details. We have the item category here. A lot of times action item, ordinance, resolution. And these are customized to you, so if yours are different, that's the reason why. Item description. A lot of people call this the background or summary. Now we can relabel these fields, so if yours has a different name, we actually match the naming that you have. So we relabeled it for your implementation. Now, again, if you click on a field, the editor comes up, and to make this full screen, just click this blue button, and it makes the actual field full screen, so you have a lot more space to work within if you want to copy and paste in information. The official body is rolling up to, the department, the speaker as presenter, the internal sponsors associated with this particular one, the recommended actions. Again, these are customized to you, so you may have different options here. And then also recommended action details. This is where you can actually provide some details on why you recommend approve or not approve, whatever the case may be. Now, the next tab we actually is the other fields tab. This is our custom fields tab, and again, we can relabel this. Some people call it memo information, background information, legal information, and we actually have all different types of custom fields here. We can actually have text fields, checkboxes, and also drop downs too. Now, fiscal, this is where I actually put the fiscal impact summary right here. So where I actually put there's budget items, so you can put a statement in here. And the fiscal line items allows you to put the individual line items for this particular item. So if you have a contract, you can actually have 3 or 4 different line items in here. It'll actually total it at the bottom for you. Now again, these are fiscal custom fields, so therefore these fields may be different for you because again, we customize these for each client as well. The attachments is where you upload all your attachments into the system, the supporting documents. The system automatically will convert them to PDF for you when it creates the packet. Comments, a lot of times used by the reviewers. If it comes to them or approver, they may have a comment. They can actually add a new comment right here. And if somebody adds a comment to an agenda item, the system automatically notifies the originator automatically. The approval is the approval process that's going through. Again, this one's been initiated. See, create initiated here, and right now it's pending for this particular person. Now, what happens is the approval process can be automatically set, so it automatically happens here. And also, certain staff members with the appropriate security right can actually override this. They can add people, delete people, and change the process if they need to. So again, that's a secure function. Only certain people can actually make changes to the approval process once it's begun. Item reports. This is where we generate the staff reports for you. So basically, you actually see the staff reports. Again, we're creating on the memo report, creating the staff report automatically. And you can actually do a preview of your report just by clicking the preview button. There it is. Again, we're just taking that content and making that report for you automatically. And the last thing is the motion and votes. Once the actual motion and votes get uploaded to the system post-meeting, then you actually go out here and see, okay, what motions happen, what votes happen. And the other tab I skipped over is the item layout. That just shows what this particular agenda item is going to look like on the agenda. So you actually can see that information right here. And typically it's the merge field that we use in the system. So basically that's the agenda item page where we actually capture the majority of the information just to walk through the major components of it and how you enter information. Thanks.